So in this problem, we're going to do calculations on our calculators, and the numbers we're going to enter are numbers that are given in scientific notation. We're going to use the EE function on your calculator to make the entry of these numbers in scientific notation much easier to work with. So we have to divide two numbers here, 4.25 million divided by 6.85 billion. So 4.25 million is, a million is 1 followed by 6 zeros. So it's 4.25 times 1,000,000 divided by 6.85 billion. A billion is 1 followed by 9 zeros. So we have 4.25 times 10 to the 6th power. So 1 million is the same as 10 to the 6th power because it has 6 zeros. It's 1 followed by 6 zeros. And we write a billion as 10 to the 9 because it's 1 followed by 9 zeros. Now, if we are using a TI series of calculators, look for the double E function. It's usually the second function. So if you want to enter 4.25 times 10 to the 6th power, if that's what you want to enter into the calculator. Now, in a regular calculator where you do not use the E function, then this is exactly how you enter it. You first enter 4.25, then you hit the times button, then the 10, and then to the, this is the exponent, and then you enter the exponent. So that's a lot of entering of numbers, and the more numbers you enter, the more likely you are, or there is a higher probability of making data entry errors. So we're going to use the double E button, and this is exactly how it works. So you got 4.25, hit the second function button. So it's just hitting the second function button, and then look for the double E. When you hit these two buttons, and then that really is times 10 to the, and then you just enter the exponent. So on your calculator, this is what you're going to see, 4.25 E, which is the same as, let me just change that to E, which is the same as times 10 to the 6. So your calculator will treat this as one single number. And then you go divided by, and then you enter the second number again, 6.85, second function EE, and it's going to appear as an E on your calculator screen, and then you hit 9. Then enter, and the answer that you get is, depending on what the settings on your calculator are. Let's write this down first. 0016117647. Now that's a long number, but if you have to write your answer in scientific notation, you know that we have to do something with this in order to write it in scientific notation. Now, if you want to use your calculator to do this, you can change the mode to scientific notation. Okay, just change the mode to scientific notation, and once you've changed it to scientific notation, you hit enter, and it'll show up as 1.611764706 E -3. Now, when we write down answers in scientific notation, usually we round it to 2 decimal place values. So if the instruction says round it to 2 decimal place values, you take the whole number, and that's rounded down to 1.61, and then you write it as times, because E is the same as times 10 to the, and the exponent is -3. So you can use your calculator completely to do this. But if you had to do this by hand, let me just quickly show you how this works. 0 0.016117647. If you had to change this to scientific notation, you know that in the scientific notation, there is a number times 10 to the some exponent. So it has to look like this, a number times 10 to the something. Now, there are some specifications regarding this number. The whole number has to be a single digit whole number and it cannot equal 0. Okay, so you have to have a whole number part which is a single digit number. It cannot equal 0. So now if we multiply this by 1,000, that's how we will get a single digit number. We also have to divide by 1,000. 1,000 is 10 to the third power. Now multiplying with 1,000 is the same as shifting 3 decimal place values to the right. And that's the reason why I multiplied with 10 cubed. So that way I get 1.611767 divided by 10 cubed, which is the same as 1.611767 times 10 to the negative 3. When you move an exponential number to the numerator, the only thing that changes is the sign of the exponent, either from positive to negative or negative to positive. But I would say just use your calculator function. It just makes it a lot easier. The only thing that you need to do is round it to 2 decimal place values and write down your final answer.